Today we're going to continue working on the subjunctives of ser and estar, which we started working on last week. But as we do, let's also start adding more and more other Spanish elements so that we can put most of our sentence templates entirely in Spanish by the end of this week. To begin with, let's learn just 3 new nouns that'll help us create more and more sentences in Spanish. The first one is one you might already be familiar with, the word amigo, which means friend. For example, he was my friend. Era mi amigo. A related word is amiga, which is a word that means friend but specifically for a feminine person. Amigo is typically used for a masculine person, but it's also a general purpose word you can use if you don't know the gender of the person you're talking about. But amiga is feminine. So for example, it's the friend. Es la amiga. And then let's learn one more noun, the word cosa, which means thing. This is perhaps the handiest noun in the whole Spanish language because thing can refer to pretty much anything, whether a physical thing or an abstract idea. Now, note that cosa is always a feminine noun. So unlike the word amigo, which sometimes changes to amiga, this word is always feminine, so it takes feminine articles and pronouns, no matter what the thing is that you're talking about. In other words, if you use the word for thing in Spanish, which is cosa, the thing that you're talking about is temporarily treated as feminine. So you'll always say una cosa or la cosa. You can also say las cosas, which means the things. Make sure to pronounce the final S as a hard S. S. The Z sound that we use at the ends of words in English doesn't exist in Spanish. And we can do the same thing with the word for friend. We can say los amigos or las amigas. Let's practice all these new words a little bit. Try to predict the Spanish. The friend is here with the thing. El amigo está aquí con la cosa. In this one, the friend is feminine. The thing is for the friend. La cosa es para la amiga. In this one, the friends are feminine. The things are with the friends. Las cosas están con las amigas. The friends were here with the things. Los amigos estaban aquí con las cosas. Okay, now obviously these sentences are not very interesting, but now they're entirely in Spanish. Pretty soon you'll be saying much more interesting, elaborate sentences than these without difficulty. However, at the moment, we don't really have enough syntax to say much, even with these new nouns. One of the most awkward things about these sentences is that we keep saying the friends or the things instead of something more natural like my friends or their things. We're currently limited in what words we're able to put right before nouns. Sure, we have our articles, but there are other little words that often go before nouns, little words called possessive pronouns. The main 3 possessive pronouns in Spanish are mi, tú, and su. Mi means my, tú means your, and su means their. Actually, su can mean anyone other than me or you. It can mean his, her, or its as well, but only in the possessive sense. Let's practice this a bit. My thing was with your friend. Mi cosa estaba con tu amigo. In this one, the friend is feminine. Their friend was here with his thing. Su amiga estaba aquí con su cosa. These new words can also be pluralized easily by just putting a hard S at the end. This is a bit confusing to English speakers, but these words are only plural if the noun they accompany is plural. For example, their thing is singular, su cosa. But their things is plural, sus cosas. Let's practice this with a few sentence examples. Make sure you can predict whether the possessive pronoun would be singular or plural. And this quiz is going to use a bit of Spanglish just for some variety. His friends are at my place. Sus amigos están en mi place. Your things are very big, but my things aren't. Tus cosas son very big, but mis cosas no lo son. All right, if you're pretty comfortable with these, let's start combining them with our subjunctives in some new sentence templates.